you on this YouTube, and I just happened to be going down my timeline, scrolling down my timeline, and I saw real life street stars that posted a clip with Mr. Charleston White and Mrs. Jaguar Wright. I don't know her married name, but Mrs. Wright, Mrs. Jaguar. So I said, well, and of course, being an admirer of Mr. Charleston, also, I'm intrigued by Mrs. Jaguar. I'm kind of excited for this happening, but in my mind, I ask the question. People always say for the culture, but in my mind, I always say, well, what is black culture? In my mind and from my perception and my observation, I see that black culture is oftentimes underneath the code I follow, that black culture is oftentimes a sloppy and filthy and tacky imitation of white culture, whether it be the current white culture or the old white culture, where they were considered more primitive. And I want to say savage, but the days of the olden for the European are rife with the history of such and so on and so forth. But like I said, for the culture. So they connected. So my question is we all know that Charleston White has, he talks, is a facilitator and promoter of good game. And, Miss Wright, Mrs. Jaguar, she got her level of game, just for observation and the history of life that she's lived. So when we say, is it going to be good for the culture? It depends on whether the culture is ready to accept whatever they bring out forward. Because in a lot of ways, we tend to, and maybe it's just my speculation, we tend to ostracize the people that attempt to tell the truth, or at least their level of truth. Well, with that being said, man, I just wanted to come on and say how excited I am, interested in seeing, what that collaboration is gonna be, and it took real life street stars channel to bring that together, and for that, I appreciate it and anticipate it. Peace to the nigga nation.